Well, hello there. So we're going to be starting the stream in just a few minutes. Today we're going to be playing a game called Mary and Gary, Let's Science. Yeah, good job it's called Let's Science, not Let's English, because I think that should be Let's Study Science or Let's Enjoy Science, but it's not. It's just Let's Science. So it's what we get. Anyway, we'll be playing this today. Now, apart from that, I'll just let you know what I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of ARM tutorials today, and I'm hoping to do some more 68,000 ones tomorrow. So there's a lot of tutorials coming, as always there are, of course. So it's not really anything different from usual, but I thought we'd have a relax and play this game. I'm trying to find a lot of cheap Japanese games that we can play, and this is one I came across, and well, it's interesting, I'll say that. So hopefully it'll be a bit of fun. I'm also I'm reconfiguring and I'm trying to improve my live streaming setup here. Still on the same secondary face cam, but I'm gonna I've got a new one on order that'll hopefully be better. Incidentally, coronavirus has had a horrendous effect on the web camera prices. They've gone up an awful lot because everyone's stuck at home, I guess, which is a surprising outcome of the illness. I didn't think that prices of webcams would be affected by lung disease, but apparently they are, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, so that's on the way. I'm now using a 3DS, which has got higher resolution, so better quality, and a few tweaks to the lights and the audio input, and the way I'm monitoring the audio. I'm now using 2 sound cards, so I can hear what's being streamed, not what's being played, if that makes sense, which is hopefully going to help a lot. But I am hearing my own voice echo twice now, once in the left ear from the computer and once in the right ear from the mobile phone I monitor my stream on. It's very, very confusing. So anyway, a bit of multiple personality syndrome aside, hopefully everything will go pretty well. Anyway, let's go over to the main window and see what we can see. Okay, well, hello there. So here's the game we're going to be playing today. This is Mary and Gary, Let's Science, and that's Mary there. And we will find out who Gary is in a moment, but you might see on the screen here. So this is my 3DS. This is bought this recently, especially for the streaming, and the image is slightly better because the resolution's a lot higher. It's actually sort of working at lower than native resolution for the DS games, but works quite nicely. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, and we've got a live feed now, so hopefully we've got better quality audio and things, which I think is preferable. I like the sort of natural feel of using the handheld rather than emulators or anything, but I thought it would be nice to actually have proper audio as well. So that's what we're doing today. So this game is called Mary, M-A-R-I, and Gary, G-A-R-I. We'll find out what Gary is, because I did wonder for quite a while, but I eventually made sense of it. Curiously, when I was setting up this live stream, there's a selection box where you can select the game you're playing, and they'd never heard of this one in English or Japanese, so I will feel honoured or cursed by it. Okay, so this is what we're going to be playing today. So let's start a new game here, and it says, oh no, if we start a new game we're going to lose our data. I have played this for a full week. I'm not particularly going to cry any tears if I lose my data. Okay, so that's just she's just fell asleep. Okay, oh, she's fallen asleep on the train, and she's in this weird place. Where's this? Okay. Okay, so she's getting off the train. Oh, this has happened to me. This is what happens when you go out drinking in town late at night. So anyway, so she's in a strange town. Oh no. And it's called Gari Habara. I don't know what that means. Anyway. So we're going to ask that kid over there. Which is that thing? Okay. Oh, it's an incredibly cute thing. It looks like a mutilated rabbit, but we'll just ignore that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're in this weird world. Where is this? And this is Kyuri Fujin's apartment, and we'll explain who that is in a moment. Okay, I'm just going to keep that secret for a moment because it's part of the weirdness. Okay, I think we've heard of that before. Okay. Okay, so it's the rabbit. I misunderstood. It's the rabbit who got here by train. I didn't bother reading any of this drivel the first time I played it, so this is the first time I've actually enjoyed it. So okay, this is the person. I'm keeping it secret who that is. We'll explain why in a moment. So she's talking about science. Kagaku. Yeah, speaking Japanese here. Okay, not much interest in that. Okay, if you don't understand science, we're basically screwed. We can't get out of the town. So we gotta study science to get out, or boy will we be in trouble. Okay, so Marika and the rabbit have both come from the neighbouring town, which probably explains their choice of appearance, I guess. They do look kind of similar. So they've both got to study science. Okay. I had kind of assumed the rabbit was just her toy. I hadn't realised that it was it was supposed to be a living thing, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. So here we go. So Gari, the Gari in the title is Galileo. Now you can't see it on the back, but we'll see it in a moment. You see they've given all of these historical characters these weird cartoon appearances that really in most cases... Oh, hi there, Quasar. Very kind of you to join me. Sorry, I'm not paying enough attention to the chat. I'm having to read the baffling Japanese in this thing. So this is Madame Curie, and this is about the only one who actually looks remotely sensible. Well, there is one other one. We'll see. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So this is... So we've been given a stamp card, and we've got to gain stamps for our sciencing. We've got to do a lot of that science, and she's essentially the quiz master. She tests us and see if we've actually been paying any attention to the game we've been playing, and if we have, then things will go well. So this is our map screen here, and here is, well, that's the rabbit. That's not anything. This is Galileo. That's what Galileo looks like, apparently. So talking about the rabbit here, we don't care about that. So we're studying science now. We're doing that science. Okay. So he's telling us about chemistry. So she wants paying to learn science. She's asking what the salary is for this, and Galileo is not impressed with that. So here we go. So this is what science counts as in it. This is what this game thinks is good sciencing here. So we got this little game here. We have to make potions, and we have to mix the colours to make them all the same colour. Because science, that's what we have to do. We just don't ask questions, play the game. That's what it is. So we've got the potions here, and we've got to make them all red. You see, it says red here. So we've got the clues up here. So if we mix red and blue, we'll get yellow, and if we mix red and yellow, we'll get blue, and if we mix red and red, we'll get red. Okay. So I mix yellow and blue to get red, so that's what we need to do. Let's get all these blues. Okay. Take all these reds here. Oh no, this is no good. There we go. Too many blues, I don't want blues. There we go. So we've done good sciencing there. We are fully scienced up there. We've learned something. I'm not quite sure what the scientific value of that is. It's probably beyond me, I guess. But anyway, so he's impressed with our mixing of colours there, and he's given us a stamp on our stamp card. Good for us. Well done. Now, ironically, most of the games are complete crap. The magnetic one is quite good. There is another one that's got some kind of value to it. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. But most of them are just complete drivel. When we meet them, they will give us a bit of spiel and they'll tell us some stuff. And we kind of have to pay attention because Madame Curie later on will test us, and if we don't know the answers, we'll basically be stuck and we'll have to do better next time, kind of thing. So there we go, it's just explaining this now. Okay, so there we go. And we can go home now and we can do things like save our game and exciting things like that if we wish to. Paying attention to all this drivel. It's telling us about the save data actually. Yes. No, we can't do that. We can't save again. We can rest though. We can only rest. So this will cycle to the next day, and more exciting things will no doubt happen tomorrow. Okay. So we're off to town. And who's this? Which character is this? I can't remember. What's it called? Who's this? Oh, it's Newton. He's got an apple. And he's got very, very long arms. Look for those arms. His head's tiny. I don't know why. Anyway. So Newton's talking about gravity. As he would be. Okay. So we get a massive spiel here. He's talking about blah, 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 blah. Not paying attention. Probably won't be able to answer that question later. And then we have to catch apples, because that will teach us gravity goes down, maybe. That's about all I can think we're going to gain from this, but we're doing it anyway. Okay. So that's enough of that nonsense. And got to grab apples. And so I guess we've got to dodge those worms. That one's probably better than the other one. Yeah, apples. I do like them apples. So yeah, this is about how much connection most of these games have with actual science. What can you do? I don't know. Very little, I guess. They're very easy at the start. Some of them, I don't think I've seen this one much, but some of them repeat over and over again and they get much harder later on. So at the start of the game they seem absurdly easy to the point of why do they exist at all, but later on they get a lot tougher and they do become quite challenging. I mean, I can quite easily mock the quality of these mini games because they're just nothing to do with science at all really, but the actual descriptive content, which of course is all in Japanese, and then the Madame Curie test later does legitimately teach things. So you know, it's not that the game has no value at all. I am quite amused by these quirky representations of the characters. That one's not that absurd, but you'll see later some of them are very absurd. Some of them are quite funny, so I quite like that. Okay, and now we've got a shop. Now if we go to the shop, we can trade in items. Who's that one? That's Fleming, that is. He's going to teach us about magnetism later, but he's obviously like a rap artist there. And he's saying Yoshku in English symbols there for some reason. Fleming Dayo. Okay. Yoshku. So each of the games we play will give us items, and we can combine those items to build a magnet and things, and those will help us out if the games get too tough later, but they are pretty easy, to be fair, so it's not like something we massively need, but it's a thing. Okay, let's skip all this nonsense. Okay, let's come back again. I've gained an apple tree. I don't know why I've gained that. I'm going to carry it home, but apparently that's what I got. So anyway, yeah, we can combine parts, so we can do that. So who's this? Let's go and see this guy. This is Da Vinci. I don't know what he looked like, but that's relatively plausible, I guess, compared to some of them we'll see. So what's he going to say? What's he going to teach us about? Okay, it's just describing the game play and the stories here. I'm not reading all this nonsense. Yeah, shut your mouth. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so where are we going to go? Now we've got this exclamation mark here, which obviously suggests we probably want to go and speak to this guy. So let's see who this suspicious character is. He looks a bit like a biker gang guy or something. Looks a bit suspicious. And this is Hurt, of course. Of course it would be. So he's going to teach us about sound waves. Yes, sound waves. And talking about inverted sound waves. And so this is actually where they do make an attempt to actually teach something, which stops immediately as soon as the game begins, again, as you can see. So, yeah. So this is a very simple music game here. And I think this one tends to be better with fingers rather than the old pen. And I might have to get a bit closer to the screen so I can see properly. Not doing very well there. It's very easy at this stage, fortunately. Yeah, it gets a lot tougher later. Oh. I think the timing was pretty far out there, but I think we're going to be okay there. You sort of have to look at this little spot here, that's the timing. There we go. Not exactly the most challenging of music games I've ever played, I'll be honest. I think we've already got enough points, so we'll be okay now. Come on. We got twice as many points as we need. We did okay there then, so well done us. Okay, so we've learned much science there. We are full of science at this point. Yeah, we do see that one quite a few times. It does get quite tough later, but quite what its scientific value is, we can only guess. Okay, so let's see who we can talk to here. So we'll talk to this C3PO guy here. And who's this? Well, this is Darwin, obviously, as you'd expect it to be. It's Darwin, also, he was a kind of gold robot thing with red hair. Yeah. Anyway. So, obviously, he's talking about evolution. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. And what do you think of when you want to learn evolution? Well, obviously we have to catch robotic clogs, because that's what evolution means for some reason. They could have tried a bit harder with these games. I'm sure I'm sure some of them could have had better scientific value. The magnetic ones, I do like that. That's pretty good because that has some kind of logic to it, but that's just drivel. What's robotic fog's got to do with anything? Anyway, so let's talk to this guy here, see who this is. That's Archimedes. Okay. So I think he's going to talk about weight. Oh, he's talking about radium. Okay. I think we have to hunt radium for him. I think he's going to demand radium out of us. Okay, so we have advanced radium detector, and we have to detect radium. So if we touch the bottom panel here, and it gives a direction, and then we follow the direction until we find radium. It's got a bit there it is. See, so it's relatively easy. I didn't understand the game at first, but once you do, it's very easy, really. There we go. Find that radium. Yay. So we've got already more radium than we needed. It was really tough the first time because I didn't understand that. I thought the detector was just telling us that there was radium in the area or something. I didn't realise that it was like literally a direction. But as I say, once you understand it, this game's very easy. I've got far too much radium. We only needed 5, I've already got 21. Quite boring, really. Yay, we've found much radium. And we get a stamp on our stamp card. It's got a date here. I don't know if it makes any difference. We can go back to people at some point. So see who this kid is. Well, obviously that's Edison, as you'd think it would be. That's exactly what I thought Edison looked like, to be honest. So he's having a tantrum. Okay. Okay, so we've got to connect. Okay, so this is a fairly classic one. We've got to connect a circuit here. This one's quite tough, I think, actually. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So we can only move some of the parts, and some of them we cannot. What can I do here? Oh no. Sometimes there's parts you can't move. I don't think there are any this time. But okay. I think that's not right. There we go. I think that'll do it. That one's pretty easy. Sometimes some of the parts are darkened and you can't move the darkened ones. So that was very easy. Okay. So hopefully Edison will be in a good mood with us there. Let's see. So we've got our stamp there. Okay. So let's go to the map screen here. Let's see. Who is this? Is this Da Vinci? Yes, it is. He's talking about steam. Okay. And again, so we've got a steam train, and we have to power the steam train with coal because that's what we have to do, and we have to get rid of the rubbish and tip it in that vat of acid maybe, I'm not sure what it is. So this is a pretty easy one. Ah crap, I've got confused. Okay. There we go. No, 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 no. It's actually another one that's the train as well. We did combo train apparently, I guess. There we go, I think we're doing okay here. Just fine, fine. Another silly mistake earlier. So okay, we did okay. There we go. We have been stamped. We've been approved by Da Vinci for our steam poweredness. Okay, let's see what Newton has to say. Okay, he's talking about rules of motion and Galileo sticking his nose in. He's quite angry about something. And what do we actually end up having to do? Oh god, this is the braking game. I don't quite understand this one yet. So we come down this hill and then we have to brake, and I guess we have to get close to the end but not too late that we crash. I don't quite understand that one yet. Anyway, we did okay. I don't understand the rules. Never mind, eh? Never mind. So, good for us. Okay, so let's see old Fleming again. I nearly said Fleming because that's how it's written here. And he's teaching us the left-handed rule of magnetism. I forget what that's really called. I did have to look it up because I couldn't answer the test later on. But it did force some science into my brain. It did force it in. And then we have to do this totally random load of nonsense where we have to spot the correct hand, which again is like, well, this has no scientific value whatsoever, unless you forget how many fingers to have stuck out. Ah, crap, wrong one. There it is that one. Didn't even move that. Ah, shit. I'm failing my finger detection. Just like whatever, makes no sense. I do not feel my scientific ability has increased any by playing that game, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it has somehow. But anyway. Okay. So let's talk to Chibi Edison here, see what he has to say. Oh, he's looking smug. This is the good one. This is the good game. Okay. Okay. So this is. Oh no, this isn't the good game. Oh, this is. It looks very similar, but it's different. This is just the buzzer thing where if you touch the walls, it'll vibrate and you lose. This is another of these games that having 3DS or DSLL with a big screen makes playing easier. It seems a bit silly really, but it's true. Yay for me, clear. I think it gets tougher later on. Yeah, he's amazed by elite buzzer avoiding there. You don't want Edison buzzing us. Okay. Okay. Let's see items. Let's go and see old Galileo, see what he's got to say for himself. He's got a pachinko controller and he's making a balloon move with it. It's like, am I misreading this? Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so this is another irrelevant game. So we have to hit balloons with a catapult and avoid explosive balloons because they're a thing apparently. And as with most things, we get points for combos if we can get them. Oh, so it's too fast to catch. Ah, we got one. Nah. I'm not getting very many points here, I've got to do better. There we go. I don't think I've actually ever managed to get one of those yellow ones, except by pure chance. Okay. This is no bomb balloons, they take away your points, which is very annoying. There we go, I think I've got a good point anyway. There we go, that's the thing. Let's see what old Darwin's got to say for himself. Yeah, talking about baseball. Oh yeah, there's a baseball game. I'm no good at it. Okay. So yeah, we got some baseball stuff here. I don't really understand how you get the different. Oh, that was a home run. That's what I want. Okay. If I knew how to do that, then I'd be doing okay. Hit him on the head then. That would have been quite good. We're gonna get enough points anyway. As I say, I don't really understand it, but I can at least get enough points to win the level. There we go. Oh, that's another one. That's another good one. There we go. You know, I find this incredibly boring even when we're playing against a weird robot that invented evolution. I'm not into these sports games. Okay. I think Mario Kart's about the limit of my sporting ability. So he's given us a stamp and Galileo looks quite pleased as well. Very good. Okay. Let's see. This is Vinci. I keep forgetting which one's which. And that's Archimedes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we made a spelling mistake and we pissed him off. Not surprising really. Okay. And we're going to have to put out fires with soda bottles because that's the best way of putting out fires. I didn't know that, but I've learned something thanks to this game. So we have to shake up the soda bottle and then unleash our sodery blast at the flames, like so. But of course we've gotta get the height right, otherwise we won't put out flames. So if I just do this, that's too low. There we go. Cut those flames, yay for us. Yay. Seems to be an infinite amount of soda in this bottle, which is quite clever really. I don't know. Rather than putting out flames with it, I think he should be selling it if he's managed that. Probably not. There we go. Our flame extinguishing skills are great. Well done for us. Okay. This is talking about carbonated soda for some reason. Yeah. Let's see what her says to say. Look at him. Makes me laugh, this one. He just totally looks nothing like you'd expect that person to look, so it's quite funny. He's talking about magnets. Is this a good game? Hopefully it is. Yeah, this is a good one. It's probably incredibly easy at this stage. There's one hole, so we have to. The magnet's blue, so if we've got north, then it follows us, and if we've got south, then we repel it. So you see, we can make it come down here like that, and then we need to make it go over the hole. Oh, no, I didn't want to do it. There we go. So this one sort of has the potential to teach you something about magnets and things, whereas the other ones haven't. Just seem completely irrelevant, which, as I say, I mean, it seems a bit of a shame because I'm sure they could have done a better job than, you know, soda bottles and mixing colours. They could have had some actual chemicals to mix, or, you know, something that made some sense. There is a game with some scales where you have to weigh objects. I suppose if you'd never used a mechanical set of scales, you know, where you've got individual weight units, maybe it would be helpful. Because, as you know, I say, if you'd never seen one before, you'd never had to use one, then it would potentially help you. But most of them, collecting apples and shooting at balloons and extinguishing fires with soda bottles, it's just not clear what on earth it's supposed to achieve. Okay, so this time we're making our train move with magnetism. Okay, so we need to basically go as fast as possible without hitting that red line, and this helps us with magnetism. All these trains, but we can't get out of the town apparently. We have learned some science, apparently. Yeah. So I'm going to play this until we get probably the first quiz, I think. It gets pretty repetitive after. Oh dear, he's blown himself up. Oh, here's the scales. Okay, so as I say, if you didn't know how to use it, if you'd never used these scales before, I guess this would be useful. Now, in the first case, we're just matching weights, but later on, we've got like an elephant, and we've got to work out how much the elephant weighs by switching the scales around, or switching the weights around. Sorry. So. that rotter ripped our weights there. He comes on and it gets too heavy, and we have to like bounce him off by putting some of the weights on. It's quite annoying. It's just you get used to it after a while, but it's a bit weird. Okay, so 310. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, 300 grams. Okay, sorry. 310. There we go. A ton. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There. Yay for us. So I say later on it's a bit weirder where we've got to weigh cows and that rabbit toy and things. Okay, excuse me. I'm tired. Okay. I messed it up. Let's go to the shop and let's make some items. What items can we make? We can make a net. Let's make a net. So it's using some of the... We've been getting little items whenever we've done those puzzles before, and we can then use them to build things that will help us out. Okay. Here we go. We'll be tested now. Let's see if I can get the answers right. Da Vinci was Lisa, Curie was radium, okay. Archimedes, his phrase was Eureka, and that means I've invented it. Okay, this is more of a Japanese test than anything. Newton discovered his example. Okay. Galileo. Oh God. I don't know which one's the right one. I guess it's the. I just don't know what. I don't know how those are pronounced in English. Fleming's magnetism. Okay. Magnetism. Okay. Darwin's theory of evolution, I know that one. Okay. Edison. Recording device then. Galileo. Wasn't paying attention to those. Is it 300? No, it's not 300. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it again. Okay. I don't think I did. I think I can get like one wrong, so I don't think she's gonna be happy with me there. Oh, okay. I got enough right. A bit surprised there. So we get to continue, despite my messing up a couple of them. Never mind. Okay, let's see. So we can apparently go to the shop again and make something. Make soda bottles. That's it, it seems. I've never actually used any of the items. I did play this for quite a while before, so... Okay, he's talking about evolution, because obviously Darwin, who's a robot for some reason. And talking about real monkeys. Okay. I think they're talking about creations in there. Oh, I'm not paying attention. But we have to collect robot frogs again, because that's Darwin's. Not sure in real life Gari had anything to do with robot frogs. I'm not convinced that's very accurate. You'd have thought they could, come up with something like you've got to make a dog with a big nose and blue tail or something, and you've got to merge all the other dogs together until you get one that matches the attributes or something. You'd have thought they could come up with some kind of evolutionary element to it, or some kind of breeding element. But no, we collect robot frogs for thing because that makes sense apparently. Okay, anyway, apparently we can make things at the shop again. Better radium detector because apparently I didn't have enough radium last time. How long's the stream been going on for? It's not so long. So next week I'll probably start it a bit earlier, but I'm going to do the Emily the Strange playthrough, so I'm going to try and play the entire game live. Not this DS, it doesn't work on this DS because it's an import copy, but hopefully we'll be able to play the entire game. Should be fun. Okay, let's see. More radium. Well, I think we're pretty damn hot at our radium finding, really. I think we can easily only watch 10 pieces. This game's very, very easy. The balloon game's pretty tough, and the rhythm game has its moments, but unless there's a really hard version of this game that I've missed, I haven't seen one. There's a radium. Yeah. We've got far too much radium, can't we? Like to, I don't know if there's a skip button. I don't know if we can just say we've got enough already, give us a break. I don't quite know. Some of them, like the balloon game, if you shoot one of the bomb balloons, you actually lose points. I don't think there's any way we can lose any points on this game. Maybe there's a stage later where we accidentally dig something bad up or something, but it's not quite clear what the point of continuing at this point is when we've already got nearly 3 times the required amount of radium. Anyway, we've got 28. Good for us. We got all the radium there. Let's save our game just in case some horrible disaster happens and we lose all our hard work, all our hard balloon popping and frog grabbing and steam engine filling and whatever other nonsense we've done. I was talking about carbonated drinks again for some reason. So we're putting out campfires this time. Put out those on. So if we get the height right, we can put out multiple at the same time. See, we can just about put out 2 layers in one go if we do it right. If we do it wrong like that, we put out nothing at all. It's not so good. No. There we go. It's narrowly averted a horrendous campfire soda shortage disaster there. Put it out. I don't know. I mean, there is some. As I say, the dialogue does explain science, so the tests are pretty good. So. And the characters are fun, but the games are just weird, and they're not bad games, but they're just weird, and the game should be teaching more science. I just feel like could have done a better job with the games and designed them with more educational content in them. Because what the heck am I learning by spraying campfires with soda? He's talking about magnetism in the earth and things. Okay, so again, we're controlling this and we're repelling it, and then we're attracting it. We nearly missed that there. And we go past that checkpoint there. Yeah. No. Okay, that was embarrassing. Oh, that's alright, it's going diagonal. I thought it was going to... No! I do quite like that one, it's quite funny, and I do screw it up a bit, and it's quite... It amuses me, you know, if it can outwit me a few times, then it's obviously worth playing in some way. And again, the magnetism logic of attraction and repellation is, you know, at least makes sense and isn't complete nonsense like what we're probably about to do here. It's going to be collect apples, I suspect. Or is it going to be that breaking game again? Let's talk about skiing and snowboarding. Yeah, it's the breaking game. It's an absolute stupid game. I can't understand what I'm supposed to do. And I still always clear it. Which is a bad combination. You know, it's like game's so easy that you can almost not do it wrong. I didn't pay very much for this game, by the way. I think it was 500 yen. Yeah, it was very, very cheap. I just bought it at the local shop because the character art on the box looked cute. And oh, I'm knocking my little lighting over from my studio here. So the graphics are cute on it, and I like the mini game. I don't like these massive RPGs these days. I don't have time for that nonsense. So I did. Despite my slurring of its science content, I did enjoy the game and the mini games in it. So I'm not disappointed with my purchase. I just think they're talking about levers, okay, and scales, obviously. So yeah, well, this is you know, it's good. As I say, the text in there is pretty good. Okay, so here, so this is where we've got to use the scales properly. So we've got a light bulb and we've got to guess how much it weighs. And it doesn't weigh 100 grams. Okay, there we go. And an apple. Well, we'll go for the hundreds here. And later on, it'll be a fraction, you see. A bowl of noodles. It could be a kilo. There we go, it wasn't. There's some crazy big... There's like 2,000 calorie noodle thing I've seen sold, which just scares the crap out of me. But yeah, that would be a kilo. But tea set, a kilo, 2 kilos, not 2 kilos. Okay, so we've got one that's there we go. And we've got to be quick there because otherwise that weird blob comes on and starts messing up our scales. Have we already had an apple? I think we have. And we've already had the tea set. We've definitely already had that. There we go. I know what it is. It's 300. Stop giving me apples. Lollipop. There's all kinds of elephants and cars and pianos and crazy things that you need there. Oh, here we go. Here's a piano. Is it a ton? No. Yay. See what Edison Kid has to say for himself. I just realised I've got my Discord open. I'm surprised it's not beeping at me like crazy. Okay, so we're talking about electricity here. We're going to play the winding game again. I think we are, aren't we? Oh no. Oh, it's the Berry game. Yes. So again, we've got to avoid the sides or we get an electric shock. Because old Edison enjoys a bit of saving again. So I don't know what that's all about. This is pretty tough. Look at this. It's quite complicated. I think that's a checkpoint. Ah, no. Oh dear. Yeah, now, so range reading. Ah, shit. Oh, Edison's giving me a good zapping. Concentrate. Yeah! Edison's Boo Boo machine is no match for my steady hands, clearly, or my massive DS. To say that's one that's easier with a big screen. Be impossible if your screen was a bit iffy, if the sensors were out on it. Yeah, okay. So, see what old the titular character Galileo has to say. His teaching is about rubber. So, sounds quite inappropriate for the gun obsession. Okay, and this obviously means we have to pop balloons. What else would you expect? Ah, I only got one. There were millions of them there, and I only got one. Ah, the bomb balloon. If that actually doesn't just... It pops all the other balloons and it takes our points. So we definitely don't want to hit that. And I'm playing quite crap actually. Better up my game here a bit. There we go. Oh, come on. Get your finger out. I'm not popping enough balloons. Oh, get away, bomb balloon. Yeah, got the yellow one. Come on. Missed everything. Yay. Just about that, thanks to that yellow one at the end. So it's getting tougher there. Galileo is impressed with us. That's good to know. Good to know he's happy. See what Darwin's bagging on about. Probably robot frogs, I suspect. Oh no. He's talking about air currents. Oh, he's talking about magnetism. Okay. And this means you play baseball. I've no idea what it's got to do with anything. But we've played it before, we know how to play. Yeah, straight at his head. Okay. I still don't understand. We want to get home runs, but I don't understand how to do it. Okay, that was a very maybe you have to make a short swipe. Try again. No. Maybe it just depends how accurate we were with the crosshair. Okay. I'm gonna have to not do that again. There we go, that's what I want. start button. Don't hit the start button. Yeah. Yeah. So short swipe, and you got to make sure the X is on target. I think that's what it is too. Yeah. I'm mastering this game now. Go and find R2D2 Galileo. Okay, right. There you go. So we gained some wood. He gave us wood, if you'll excuse the expression. Okay. See what old Edison, or young Edison, has to say. He's talking about electricity. I suppose he would be, wouldn't he? Looking very smug as well. At least that fits the character. Okay, we need to we need to do this again. And I've got to be quick on this because I remember it gets tough here. Okay, so we can't move some of these. So if I put that there, that'll work, and then I need to work out what the hell I'm doing. I'm screwing up. That's alright. No, that's not it. Oh no, I've done it wrong. Okay. I need to go all the way up here. Okay, I get another chance. So if I put that there, and I put that there, and that. I can't see the part I need. Maybe there isn't one. Okay. So I'm okay to here now. Okay, now let's go. Screwed it up again. Do I get any more goes? Okay. So if I put that there, that'll work. I wasn't sure if it was more complex than that. There we go. So yeah, we can't move the dark ones, so we have to kind of work around them. It's a fun game, but, well, I guess maybe that teaches about completing circuits. You don't understand that, but apart from that, again, it's another one that's like, it's a bit dubious. I suppose it's one of the better ones if I was going to give it the benefit of the doubt. We can apparently build something at the shop. Let's see what we can build. We can build a magnet. Let's build that. And we can build nothing else. We've used up all our bits. Okay. He's talking about Steam again. I hear about Steam. Okay. So again, we've got to throw the gummy and the acid over there, and we've got coal in the fire. Get in the gummy. Why there's so much rubbish in this steam engine's coal supply? Hold on, I touched the wrong one. Clear. Yay for us. Okay, let's carry on. Let's see what old It's Fleming. I'm just going to say Hertz and then messed up. Needs to turn around his left hand rule again. Okay, so the third finger is the electric current. Very good. And this means we have to play this turning game again. So, as this game gets harder, we basically have to get as close to the red line as possible. And screwed it up, dear me. Okay. Concentrate. There we go. There it is. I don't know. I don't see any point in this. It's another one of these. Well, the game's funny enough, but what the hell have we got to do with learning any science? And yeah, another game that really doesn't make any sense. Let's spot the three finger hands here. All of the versions of this game are identical and none of them make any sense. It's like, yeah, it's the three finger hand. We get it. We don't need to see it over and over again rotating round. Well, apparently the game thinks we do. Yay for us. So next week I'll be playing the Emily the Strange game, and then at some point we're going to be playing Detective Pikachu in Japanese because I've got that and I'm playing that at the moment. So that should be quite fun. That's a game I wanted to play for a while. Oh, it's quite funny. See what Hertz has to say. He's talking about sound waves again. There. There's something very unsatisfactory about this game. Not exactly Donkey Konga, is it? I think I've lost. Don't make me play it again. Oh dear me. Oh, the shame. He's not happy with us. He's not. He's do it again. Punishes us by making us listen to all that drivel again. Okay, off we go. Now I could use the item to make the game easier, but that'd be cheating. Gotta get good. Timing was out. Be playing Hatsune Miku now. This is not good. It's like the worst blooming music game ever invented, if you ask me, but that's what we've got to play. Ah, I pressed the wrong one! Ah, shit. Hope it doesn't take points away for that. I was confused. We're nearly there. I think we'll make it. Just about. Yeah, I guess they do get more challenging. They just don't get much more sciencey, you know. The science content remains questionable even if the games become quite a lot more challenging. We've been playing for an hour here, so I'm going to call it quits soon because it doesn't really... I mean, there's more content later, but it's really get better, if you see what I mean. It's just more the same. We can make something else. Oh, we can make that. No one wanted to talk to us. Sometimes, I don't know if it's like... I don't know if there's some like extra days available in case you're playing badly like I did just then, but sometimes no one wants to talk to us. We're not very popular. Let's see what Galileo's got to say. And we're going to mix items again. Maybe I can mix some Red Bull with caffeine pills or something. Maybe that'd help me. Okay. So we've got to mix chemicals and some of them will explode. If we mix red and yellow, they'll explode and that'll be bad. And we're going to make blue. So if we mix red and green, we'll get blue. And if we mix green and green, we get blue. Okay. If we mix it yellow and blue. But we don't want to mix yellow and red. That's what we need to avoid. So if we mix green and red, hey, I can't mix yellow and red, it explodes. What do we learn from that? Well, you learned to use your imagination. I'm really not sure what we learned from it. It's not even teaching us blending colours, is it? If it was teaching mixing inks kind of thing, maybe a bit more useful. No one wants to talk to us. I'm not surprised. We've probably intimidated them with our amazing science ability. And still no one. If you click on them, they actually won't even let you play the games again. They just say, oh, go away, we're busy. We're off to the pub, things like that. Maybe we can see the second Madame Curie quiz. Maybe we could play till then. Yeah, I'm going to grab apples. No. There's a lot of cases of worms growing in trees and then falling out of them. I wasn't aware that was a thing. Yay. We have grabbed all the apples. Good for us. Oh, here we go. Here's the Madame Curie quiz. Let's see how we can do. Okay, let's see if we can get this right. So, that's our first question. Yeah, shaped. It's asking us about the makeup of rubber. Don't have to translate them. Okay, that's gravity, obviously. As I said before, this is more of a Japanese test than anything. Steam. Nah! Edison. This is bamboo. Quite sure. I'm not doing very well. Should have paid attention to all that gibber earlier. Okay, so that's creation is that's that one. It's rather tragic, I know that one. Oh, I don't think I've done well enough. Oh dear. Haven't passed. Okay, let's try again. See if I can save my shame here and do a better job this time. Okay. Shit. It's asking different questions this time. I don't actually remember remember that it did that. I thought it's the same questions each time. Gravity there. Okay, nearly there. I think we cleared it. Okay. That again. Not good. My science is not strong enough, obviously, but I passed the test anyway. Who cares? Anyway, so there we go. We passed because we saw a score on the screen before. So there we go. So that's Maui and Gari Let's Science. As I say, judging from my poor performance in that one, you can see that if you actually bother to read the text and pay attention to it, there is it is actually educational. I enjoy playing the little mini games. I just am disappointed with the lack of scientific value in them. I think they could have done a bit better and made them more relevant. But as I say, they're fun enough. I like the character design, the cute little fake characters, you know, the Galileo and the Edison and things. It's quite funny. I think it's quite amusing, but again, makes you want to play the game, but it doesn't really teach you anything necessarily. But let's say no complaints about that. But so I mean, how would I rate the game? Well, I mean, if you're a foreigner and you're looking to learn some Japanese and some simple scientific Japanese, then I guess it's worth looking at if you can get it. If you had someone in Japan who was a kid and really didn't like studying, I guess you can learn things from it to some extent. But I mean, it's okay. It's certainly not the worst I've played on this system. It's fun enough. So I just do cringe a bit at the Let's Science rather than Let's Study Science or Learn Science or anything English. It's not Let's English though, so I suppose it could be worse. Anyway, I'll give it like 6 out of 10, something like that. It's okay, but it's not amazing. For 500 yen though, I have no complaints. So that's all we're going to play this one for. So if you're interested in it, I'm sure you could find it on a ROM site or something if you wanted, or maybe you could get an import copy super cheap, because it's not like there's going to be many people demanding it, I don't think. But yep, it's quite fun. Anyway, that's all we're going to play for this one this time. We'll be coming back later. As I say, next week I'm hoping to do Emily the Strange. I'm going to do a full playthrough, and we're going to be playing Convenience Store Simulator and Detective Pikachu in Japanese at some point and things. So there'll be some more fun games on the DS's. So hopefully, if you like seeing some games on real hardware, you'll come and have a look. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this today. Thanks for watching, and good.